impact that hurt Bowe. But the balance of the fight to this point has belonged to the younger Riddick Bowe.
Pretty easy fight. I thought the score, Dan, the first 4 rounds, only the third going to Tyrell, 10-9 for Riddick. The last round was close because of Tyrell's rally at the end of the round, but I still gave it to Riddick Bowe and have him up by 3 points at the halfway mark.
Stop punching. Come on, man.
One of the things that Eddie Futch has been trying to get Riddick Bowe to use more is his right hand. He's not the classic right-handed bomber that you would think. He popped a tendon in that hand, had surgery before the Olympics in '88. And you can see, Alex, he is making an effort to use it more.
Yeah, he says he's got full confidence back. I'm not quite sure. Eddie said he was terribly reluctant when he first took him over as a pro. Again, the Bowe jab. Ooh, good 1-2. Probably the best 1-2 by Tyrell.
Again, Biggs going to the body.
And Bowe
is just taking it.
And he didn't react well there, Dan. If you're looking for to answer questions about Riddick Bowe's chin, you have to say there that, I mean, he didn't look shaken or close to going down, but he didn't react well and didn't cover well after he was stunned.
Wild right hand by Bowe, sails over the top.
You might get away with that at this level against Tyrell Biggs, who is not known for being a strong puncher. But as he moves up to the highest levels of this division, he can't stand there like that.
Well, it's a much more cautious approach being used with Riddick Bowe than, say, Tyrell Biggs, who found himself in the ring with Mike Tyson after, what, 15 fights?
Yeah, they're stretching Riddick out a little bit, and I think, you know, very smartly so. Some cynics believe that Tyrell Biggs' handlers are very, very smart boxing people. The Dubas, Lou and Dan, and Shelly Finkel realized that Tyrell was just never going to be competitive, and rather than take a chance on him not getting to the big payday, they pushed him into it after 15 pro fights. His 2 losses after that to the likes of Francesco Damiani and Gary Mason might prove them correct.
A bad right hand there by Tyrell Biggs. But he told us one thing yesterday. He said, I'm not a coward. We're coming to the end of 6, and Biggs is proving that. We're underway in the 7th round. Actor O'Hara, the trainer of Tyrell Biggs, working in his corner, trying to control that swelling around the left eye.
Ralph Citro in Riddick's corner, also using the end swell on his left eye. But of the 2, Tyrell has the much greater problems.
The flow of blood hasn't been a problem, but you can see that it's beginning to swell close.
For those of you who followed Tyrell Biggs' career since he won a world championship as an amateur in 1981, his body looks stronger and harder, you must say, than he ever got it in the past. He says he's the best condition he's ever been. All fighters say they're the best condition they've ever been. But in his case, it may well be true.
And the great Meldrick Taylor is here in attendance ringside. Of course, an Olympic teammate and a good friend of Tyrell Biggs.
Also from Philadelphia, and Tyrell really has been, in some ways, the forgotten member of that team. So many of whom, Holyfield and Meldrick and Pernell Whitaker, who are among the top 3, maybe out of the top 5 fighters in the world today, pound for pound.
And Mark Breland was on that team, who got all the attention at the time.
That's right, and Tyrell got a lot of attention in the beginning, but, you know, with his 3 straight losses, and it just kind of disappeared until this fight, and I just think it's nice that Meldrick still has enough feeling for Tyrell to come over here today and try to root him on. Real good counter right by Riddick that just missed. I mean, it landed, but it just missed, doing real damage. See Tyrell trying to counter with his own right there, and he missed badly.
All the way.
Is Riddick Bowe, Alex, pressing the fight?
Well, he's not pressing.
He should.
No, I mean, he may be pressing it as much as he can. But I think if he'd been able to continue coming forward and use this small 17-foot ring and stick the jab, work the body, I think he could have gotten Tyrell out of here by now. But Tyrell has fought very, very valiantly. I mean, give him credit. He got a lot of places in this fight where he could have laid down, and he absolutely has not. He told us he wasn't coming here just for a payday. He told us he wasn't an opponent. He may end up being an opponent, but he has a lot of heart.
It's Riddick Bowe pushing Biggs up against the rope. Biggs trying to counterpunch. Not landing much. This is 8th round action from Harrah's Marina Hotel and Casino in Atlantic City. Riddick Bowe and Tyrell Biggs are going at it here. One would make the assumption that Riddick Bowe is comfortably ahead on the scorecards.
Yeah, there really has been a lot of meaningful punching in the last 3 rounds, Dan.
This is scheduled for 10 rounds. No title is at stake. Oh, there's a good right hand by Riddick Bowe. Biggs tried a left himself open and took a shot as he did there.
You know, we've criticized Riddick for waiting, but on those 2 occasions, he waited and counterpunched very, very effectively.
Oh, and there was another good stiff left hand by Bowe.
And we've also criticized Tyrell for not taking the lead, but he says, hey, pal, I just tried to take the lead twice and I got drilled. Nothing like a couple of solid power punches and the counter punching that to make a man forget about wanting to shoot the jab.
An attempt at a left uppercut that time by Biggs. Riddick Bowe's favorite combination is the left hand, the jab, followed by a right uppercut.
You just have to be amazed that Tyrell can get away with carrying his left so long. Yeah. You'd say it's because he's tired, but he really does it from the opening bell. He's more comfortable shooting the jab from there. Now he's paying.
Good combinations, and right now, Tyrell Biggs hanging on. He took a good left hand up against the ropes.
And if Riddick Bowe is as good a finisher as Eddie Buck says he is,
we'll find out.
He should use this final minute 10 to get Tyrell Biggs out of there.
Oh, a big right hand, and down goes Tyrell Biggs. An overhead chopping right hand.
I'm not sure how cleanly it landed. Tyrell pulls himself up.
50 seconds left in the 8th round.
They can stop this fight right now. You see the official from the commission up on the ring post, up on the over.
It's over. Frank Cappuccino stops the fight here in the 8th round. And Rock Newman goes right to Tyrell, goes right to Riddick Bowe, rather. And Biggs still down.
A tough, tough fight. 2 tough men. I think Dan gave everything they have, and in the end, Riddick Bowe had too much.
We are going to bring you later on some excerpts of fights between Evander Holyfield and Michael Dokes and George Foreman and Jerry Cooney. Right now, though, let's go back to New York. We're going to go to a commercial break, rather. We'll be back here to Atlantic City. Okay, we are back here in Atlantic City. Riddick Bowe won this fight. It was stopped in the 8th round, Alex.
Dan, this is the first knockdown. Riddick Bowe pushing out the jab, backing Tyrell onto the ropes. That was really not a clean right hand. I just think Tyrell gave out. He gave everything, as we said, and I just don't think he had anything left. That was not a clean right hand he went down from.
He did get back up, and then here's the end of the fight just seconds later.
And you'll see in the background, Dr. Frank Doggett of the New Jersey Commission will be, I'm not sure on this, no, I guess on this angle we won't see him, but the doctor was up on the apron. And I'm not sure if Frank Cappuccino saw him or heard him, but he looked at Tyrell Biggs, and he jumps in and stopped the fight at that point, I believe.